Let me wait for other participants. Let me wait. So I'm going to discuss something new. So let me wait for other participants. Okay, fine, students. So let me start. Okay. So we are here, right? So instead of running plainly, what I've done, I have passed two additional arguments. That is, hi is my first argument and one is my second argument. And we call these arguments as command line arguments. Okay, we call these arguments as command line arguments. You see that here I will illustrate that. So hi is a command line argument and one is a command line argument. So totally how many arguments I am passing? Two arguments. And these two arguments will be passed to this array. That is ARGS. You see that? I put an arrow. Okay. These two arguments, that is h high is the first argument and one is the second argument, will be passed to this array. Okay. Will be passed to this array. You see that? Passing to this array. What arguments? H and I. I'm passing these two arguments, that is H and I. So once I pass these two arguments to ARGS, how my array looks? So this is how my array looks. See that? This is how my array looks. In my array, what's my first index? 0 is my first index and 1 is my next index. And what's the name of my array? The name of my array is ARGS. Okay. Now this command line arguments will be passed to this array, that is ARGS, and the type of this ARGS array is nothing but is string. As I said, string is not a data type, but string is a predefined class in Java. Okay. Now, how to print these values, that is high and one, which I pass to this array? In order to print, what I can do, let me clear my domains. This is how you can print it. Inside my program, is inside, instead of writing this statement, what this statement you can erase it. You can write this statement, and so this statement, you can write these two statements. Once you write these two statements, what I'm trying to do, system.out.println. I think you know, whenever I want to print anything on my console, I should use system.out.println. What I want to print? I want to print the first value, that is ARGS of 0. I think you know how to access an array. With respect to index, I can access an array. So ARGS of 0 contains a value called high. So it will print high. What's the next index? The next index is 1. So ARGS of 1, ARGS of 1 is going to print the value called 1. Okay. So this is how you can pass the command line arguments. So whenever you want to pass a command line arguments to your program, so this is how you can pass command line arguments to your program. Okay. And how to access this command line arguments inside your program is this is how you can access that. ARGS is the name of the array followed by the index. Okay. So ARGS is the name of the array and followed by index. Okay. See, students, actually there's no constraint. So let me clear my drawing. And there's no constraint. I should pass only two arguments. I can pass n number of arguments. That is, I can pass h, I can pass h, I can pass 1, I can pass good, I can pass 20.3. How many arguments I'm passing? H is first argument, this is second, this is third, this is fourth. Totally 4 command line arguments I'm trying to pass. Like that, we can pass n number of command line arguments. All these command line arguments, it's going to store in this array called ARGS. Okay. The most important thing is when we should pass this command line argument, students. When we should pass, when you try to run the program. When I'm trying to run the program, at runtime, you need to pass this command line arguments. Okay. I have finished my discussion, students. You have any questions? You can ask. You have any questions, students? Any questions? Any questions, students? No response? Any questions? Any questions? No
Excuse
questions.
me, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, Vamsi. Yeah.
Sir, whether we pass or not arguments, we should write that string ARGS compulsory, sir.
This is mandatory. Yes, this is mandate. This is mandate.
Okay.
This is syntax. This is how you should write it. In main method, it is mandated that you need to pass an argument of type string. It's an array of argument. But this ARGS can be any name. The name can be any name. But generally, we'll take ARGS only because ARGS name stands for arguments. As I said several times, when you pick any name, we should always pick meaningful variable names. Okay. Instead of ARGS, I can write XYZ also. Instead of ARGS, I can write XYZ. But there's no meaning for this XYZ. Okay. So that's why you should always pick meaningful variable names. If you take XYZ of array also, it will work. But don't take like this. You should always pick meaningful variable names. I've answered your question, Vamsi. It's mandatory, right? Yeah. Any other questions?
Yes.
Good. Any other questions? Yeah. And one more thing, the last and final. And here, how we have written students main, M-A-N. Instead of that, can I write like this? M is uppercase. M-A-N. What change I have done? Here you see that M is in lowercase. Instead of lowercase, I have written in uppercase main. Can I do like this?
No, sir.
I can't do. No. Why I can't do? Why no? Because Java is a case sensitive programming language. I said several times. It's a case sensitive. It's a case sensitive. It's a case sensitive programming language. Means if the case is lowercase, mandate is write in lowercase. Instead of lowercase, you can't write in uppercase. If write in uppercase, it throws an error. Why? Because Java is a case sensitive programming language. If case is lowercase, if the case is lowercase, it's a mandate that you should write in lowercase. If the case is in uppercase, if the case in uppercase, mandate you should write in uppercase, right? And one more thing, you see the students here, string S. S is written in uppercase. You see that? S is in uppercase. Why it's in uppercase? Because string is a predefined class name. As I said, all predefined class names will begin with uppercase letter. It begins with uppercase letter. That's why it is string. Sorry. You should write S in uppercase. Instead of uppercase, if you write in lowercase string, then it throws an error. Why? Because Java is a case sensitive programming language. If you write in lowercase, you are changing the meaning of the class. Okay. In Java, string. Okay. String. S is uppercase. So this is a predefined class in Java. But the same thing, if you write like this, S in lowercase, string. And this is not a predefined class. This is not a predefined class. Why? What is predefined class? Writing capital S is a predefined class, but writing lowercase s is not a predefined class. In other words, you can think this as some variable name. You can think as some variable name. Okay. And this, yes, students, I've done my discussion. That's all for today's class. You have any questions, you can ask. If there are no questions, you can leave. And that's all for today's class.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, students. Have a nice day. Any questions, you can ask me. Any questions, you can ask.
alluvial soils. These alluvial soils. Alluvial soils ముఖ్యంగా